Welcome to this video module on managing innovation, an introduction. My name is Frank Piller and I'm professor for technology and innovation management. And in most of my life I was teaching at big institutes of technology. And here at these institutes of technologies I always had to justify my existence as a management professor. As my engineering colleagues and the scientists asked me, well Frank, what are you doing about innovation? It's us, the engineers, the scientists, that come up with invention, that develop new things. Why do we need a management perspective on this? This is exactly what we want to explore in this video module. And the idea is to provide an introduction. And probably at the end, and then I succeeded, you have more questions than answers. As what I want to do is provide you some frameworks, give you some definitions, and motivate you to the further study of innovation management and technology management. Let's start by talking about what is an innovation. Innovation is a commonplace term. We all use it, we all read it many times in the paper. But what really is an innovation? Just think about it. Try to come up with a definition of innovation. So, what was in your definition? Something new, something crazy, something strange, something successful, something helpful for mankind? Well, let's go a little bit more deeper. A nice exercise I invite you to do is just go into Google and look into strange inventions. And you find a lot of pictures like those here on that screenshot that came up with very funny things. Are all these inventions innovations? Perhaps a different approach is to look into the statistics. The BBC asked a couple of years ago the British population about what is the most important innovation ever made in mankind. And just another question also for you. What is your favorite innovation at this point? Can you name it? And let's see if it really matches the innovations named by the British population. Let's look into the statistics. These are the 10 top innovations nominated by the British public. The bicycle by far was number 1. It was followed by the radio, the computer, then penicillin, probably a pharmaceutical that helped a lot of people to survive. The internal combustion engine, the automotor, came on place 5, followed by the World Wide Web. Some of you perhaps nominated the internet as your favorite innovation before. The light bulb and the cat's eyes, perhaps we just can explain it, there's always so much rain in Britain. Followed by the telephone and the television. These are probably all really important inventions and innovations for our society. But why the bicycle on number 1? Just think about it. The bicycle is a very good example of why an innovation and an invention is something different. The invention was an easy vehicle that people could transport themselves from one place to another. It was substituting the horse. Also a very nice means of transportation, but an expensive one that needs a lot of care. While with the bicycle, now suddenly people were able to easily move from one place to the other. Why was this important? As this really enabled industrialization. As in an industrial society where people are starting to work in factory, it was important that the manpower could come to the factory, while in former times in a craft society the work came to the village of the people. And now with higher mobility of people, they could sell themselves as human labor to a higher price. They were not dependent on a local price, but could travel to the next city and work in a factory and earn more money. So the bicycle, while apparently being a product, was really a social innovation and some of the foundations of our modern society. Let's really define innovation. Our proper definition is as follows. An innovation is a creation, introduction and successful diffusion of products, services, systems, processes or even business models which are new from the perspective of the particular organization and/or user. Let's go a little bit deeper in this discussion, in this definition. So first, an innovation is a process of inventing something, a creative process, followed by the introduction of this invention in a market. That can be an internal user in a company or an external market. And finally, its successful adoption, meaning the invention is diffused, used by larger population for a longer time. And so this is the idea of an innovation as a process from creation, introduction to diffusion. We also can see innovation as an object. And what's the outcome of an innovation? Well, it could be products, services, an entire system, processes, think about a new manufacturing process, or even business models. The later is very fancy in the moment. We'll comment in another video model more on that. And the last part is really important from a management perspective. In the sciences, something new has to be new to the world. You only get a patent on your new material if you really were the first person on earth to invent this material. As management scholars, we really don't care about new to the world. For us, something is an innovation if it's either new to the market, where we introduce the innovation, or if it's new to the company, or both. So often an innovation is something what has been already established in the market by the competitors. But for our company, it's the first time that we come up with this new product. So it's an innovation for us, even if it's not an innovation to the market. So overall, it's really important to see innovation can be defined both from the perspective as a process or from the perspective as an object. It can relate to a lot of things, products, services, business models. And we have this relative understanding of the newness of innovation. It has to be just new for the focal market or our company. Let's finish this module with a little bit a framework on also differentiating invention, innovation, and diffusion. From a narrow perspective, innovation sometimes is just defined from a market perspective. We take an invention, which is the creation of technical knowledge. It's really the activity of research and development. And in a narrow perspective, define innovation just as a successful introduction and diffusion of this invention. In our understanding, in my understanding, we follow a broader understanding. We use the term innovation to also include the really exciting technical activities of developing new products or services and the activities of launching them into the market.